You know what's fascinating? The difference between a group of employees and a high performance team comes down to one word, and that word is simply trust. Let me paint a picture for you. Have you ever tried riding a bike with a flat tire? You're pushing those pedals with everything you've got, but you're barely moving. That's exactly what happens in your organization when you have employees instead of a team. They're working hard, but something's missing. That something, it's trust. When you have trust, suddenly everything gets easier, just like a properly inflated tire. So here's $1,000,000 question. How do we build that trust in our organizations? I found there are 3 key steps, and I promise you they work every single time. Step 1, listen. And I mean really listen. You know why most organizations changes fail? Because leaders skip this step. Whether they've got a team of 5 or 500, you need to hear from the team. Small team, have those one-on-ones. Bigger operations, run a survey. But here's the key. Start with what's working well before jumping into problems. You'd be amazed at what you learn when you lead with the positive. Al Lopez is an author, and he says something brilliant about this. He says the prioritization process moves from the bottom up, then the implementation process moves from the top back down. Think about that for a second. That brings us to step 2, implement. This is where leadership steps up. You've listened, now it's time to act. Thank your team for their input, then show them that you mean business. Share exactly what you're prioritizing based on their feedback. No corporate speak, just straight talk about what's changing and why. And then finally, step 3, celebrate success together. Here's where the magic happens. When your team sees their ideas turning into reality, that's rocket fuel for trust. Get creative with celebrations. Have supervisors lead the cheering when they announce the wins. Bring in ice cream trucks for big victories. Make it memorable. Here's what I know for sure. When teams trust each other, they trust their coworkers, they trust their supervisors, they trust their downline. When they trust each other, they don't just work, they win. And winning teams create winning organizations. If you'd like some help putting air in your team's tires, I'd love to help. I've got 4 spots open through mid-January, and if you book by Black Friday, you'll save like 40% off of this service. And what we do is we'd come in and help collect the data from your teams. But whether we work together or not, start listening to your team today. Start investing in hearing from them and then implement what you're doing in the new year. Trust me, it's worth it.